What's the most unhinged thing you did as a child that your parents still don't know about? When I was 9, I convinced my entire third-grade class that I could talk to dead people. It started when Bethany brought her grandmother's music box for show and tell. I noticed the inscription, "To my darling Rose, forever yours, Harold." "Your great-grandmother Rose says Harold misses her," I whispered. Bethany's eyes went wide. "How did you know her name?" Something in her desperate expression made me lean into the lie. "She's standing right behind you." Bethany burst into tears. Happy tears. Word spread like wildfire. Soon, half my class was approaching me with hushed questions about their deceased relatives. But the real unhinged part wasn't the lying. It was how methodically I prepared. I spent evenings at the library researching obituaries. I memorized names, dates, family connections. I convinced my mum to let me help at church bake sales, where grieving families shared intimate details about their lost loved ones. By 5th grade, I had developed an entire system. I kept detailed files on every family in town, hidden in a shoebox under my bed, cataloguing deaths, family drama, and secrets I'd overheard. The breaking point came when Mrs. Patterson's husband died in a car accident. During lunch, I approached her desk. "Mr. Patterson says the accident wasn't your fault," I whispered. "He couldn't have known he'd forgotten his reading glasses." Mrs. Patterson collapsed into sobs. She'd been blaming herself because they'd fought that morning about his forgetfulness. That's when I realized I'd crossed a line. I wasn't entertaining kids anymore. I was manipulating a grieving adult's pain. The guilt should have stopped me. Instead, it made me more careful. I started charging for consultations, $5 for basic messages, $10 for detailed conversations. I was making more money than kids with paper routes. My parents thought I was naturally gifted at helping people. They were proud of their empathetic daughter. Everything crumbled when I told Jeremy Walsh his dead grandfather had hidden money in the basement. I'd overheard his mom talking about finding old savings bonds. Jeremy's family tore apart their basement, looking for non-existent treasure. When they found nothing, Jeremy confronted me. "You're lying," he said. "You made it all up." Instead of confessing, I doubled down. "Sometimes spirits get confused about locations. Maybe he meant your grandmother's basement." That afternoon, Jeremy's family gathered at his grandmother's house with sledgehammers. They found nothing. Jeremy's father stormed into school, demanding answers about the sick little girl, manipulating grieving families. The principal called my parents. I sat in that office, watching my mother's face crumble as she learned her daughter had been running an elaborate con for 2 years. "I just wanted to help people," I sobbed. My parents grounded me for months. I wrote apology letters to every family I'd consulted. But here's what they still don't know. I never threw away my research files. 20 years later, that shoebox sits in my closet. I work in grief counseling now. The irony isn't lost on me. And sometimes, when a client struggles to find closure, I'll share a feeling about their loved one. Something comforting, something I researched. Old habits die hard.